Welcome back to Kung Fu Maintenance. Well, yesterday I showed you a boiler that's making some really loud knocking sounds, and I still need to show you guys what happened there and what was going on. But today, this is on a two-boiler system. It's a two-stage boiler system. The one that's knocking is the first stage boiler, and then the other one is the second stage boiler. The second stage boiler also wasn't running. It was calling for heat, but had to hold the flow switch open in order for it to turn on. Definitely, I don't want to continue to hold it open. There's definitely a reason that the flow switch is cutting out. So let me show you what was actually happening that was keeping the flow from being what it needed to be to operate the boiler. The flow switch is a safety device, and so I only temporarily held it open to be able to see what was going on, and here it is. The impeller is kind of seized. The motor's hard to turn and really hot. It should spin freely, but no go on this one. Yep, seized up. So this particular pump is called a Taco 0012. It's actually one of my favorite pumps because the size of the impeller is much larger. I'll show you the difference. I've got a ground force pump on the other boiler, and the size of the thickness of the impeller is much thinner on the ground force and much thicker on the Taco 12. That being said, this one failed, but it's still kind of my favorite pump. From certain supply warehouses, sometimes you can get actually this inner insert, and that can be much cheaper than replacing the whole thing. I'm actually on a boiler service contract, and so labor and everything is covered. The parts aren't covered, but I can't really hand them parts and have them replace it, and generally their practice is just to replace the whole pump. So on this one I had to have the whole pump replaced. But if I was going to do this myself and save some money, you know, it depends on your setup and your situation. You know, it might be a good idea to stock a few of these motor inserts, and you know, that way it's not too bad. 4 bolts that hold this on and in. You know, turning off the power to the boiler and water to the boiler, so that there's no pressure in the system, and replacing the deal is not too bad. But you know, different options depending on what your particular setup is. And these Taco 12 is a pretty nice pump because that impeller is less likely to get clogged up with rocks and stuff. Some of the smaller impellers can have more of a tendency for, you know, just a few small little pieces of debris to get caught up on that impeller, and then it's just not getting enough flow, not moving enough water. So Taco 12's my favorite, even though this one did fail. And this one wasn't that old, but that's just the way it is. You know, some of these things, they're made in different places, and you know, things aren't made as good as they used to be, and every once in a while you get a lemon, and it's just part and parcel of heat and hot water. It just goes with the territory, is what it is. But this was a little bit more boiler troubleshooting and just kind of sharing this particular experience and what happened here. Yep, be on the lookout for the upcoming video showing what was making this boiler, making this loud knocking sound. Sound like Duckman stuck in the can trying to get out. Dang it, let me out. Even after I turned the machine off, it still was crackling and popping for a while. So I'm going to show you that on an upcoming video. Be on the lookout. If you find these videos helpful, a one-time donation would be greatly appreciated. Also, if you support me on Patreon, helps me do what I do. There are some special perks for Patreon supporters, and we'll see you on the next one.
Standing on the edge of death and life, standing in between the right. Light shines down. chest.